Hey guys, David Patrick Green, davidpatrickgreen.com, hackhollywood.com, actorpower.com. I've got a great topic for you guys today, and I think it's one that we all sort of think about in our heads. How do I get the industry to like me? Today's topic is how to get casting directors to like me or to like you. So, how do you make a casting director like you? Well, that is easy. Be likable. How do you be likable? Well, just be yourself. And see, that's the magic question, the magic answer that so many of you guys are trying to figure out. You get your material, you get your sides, you're going crazy with it. What do I do? What choices do I make? How do I do this? How do I make this look good? It's all about being yourself. But more importantly, so I'm going to jump around a little bit because there's things jumping around in my brain, and that's why I talk like this. There are two ways to really make casting directors like you. The first one is obviously do a great job with your acting. But that doesn't make them necessarily like you, the person, because they don't necessarily know who you, the person, is, right? You're portraying a character, and that may or may not seem like you. I mean, you could be doing terrible things, murder, mayhem, all of that stuff, right? So even if you are being yourself doing those things, it's still not going to come across as great. In fact, it's going to come across as pathological. So the second part of the equation of being likable is being yourself before you do all that acting stuff, okay? So when does that happen? That happens the moment you walk in to the casting director's office, okay? So you walk in, there might be a foyer, or if you're American, a foyer, depending on what part of the country you live in. It comes from the French word foyer. Anyway, it's the entranceway, right? So you walk in and there's an entranceway, and you might meet up with the person at the front desk who could be an intern, could be a full-time employee, who knows, whatever that person is. But so the moment you cross that threshold into their world, that's when you start being yourself. And who are you when you're being yourself? And when I say being yourself, I mean with your friends, with your family, hopefully on a good day, not when you're chewing out your mom for not giving you the car keys because you backed up into your brother's tricycle, okay? Being yourself on a good day with your friends and family. That's how you want to be. You want to be who you really are so they can see who you really are, and that makes them feel like they know you. Because once they know you a little bit, then when they see your headshot, they're like, oh, I know that guy. I know that girl. Yeah, I like them, and they are a good actor, okay? Because that's really the two parts of the equation that you need to fill in, the two variables. The X and the Y variable is I know the person and I know they're acting, and they're both good. I like them both, okay? So how do you do that? Well, you go in and you try to make people happy. Try to make them feel good. You try to help them. And so when you meet them in the vestibule, the foyer, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. My name's David. What's your name? Are you having a good day? Can I get you something? Try and take care of people, okay? Because you don't have any idea what they're going through. Sure, they don't have any idea what you're going through either, but you're the bigger person, you're thinking of this stuff. And then when you finally get into the room, so you've been nice and helpful to everybody, and of course you don't want to do this to the point where you're distracted and you forget your preparation, but if you're a professional actor and you've worked really hard at this, that kind of thing shouldn't really distract you from your preparation. You should be able to pick up your preparation really quick. If you can't, that means you need to work on your skills, but that's a whole other video. So let's say you get into the room. What's the first thing you do? Hey everybody, how's it going? Great to be here, great to meet you. If it's a producer session, you got producers, directors, and whoever else in the room. Hi, how are you? You know, I really enjoyed the script so far from what I can see. You know, again, it's just being friendly, being yourself. You know, I'm sorry I'm late. The bus ran out of gas. Can you believe it? You know, tiny little anecdotes of your life lets people feel that you're vulnerable and you're sincere, and they feel more comfortable and more relaxed, as opposed to strange actor I've never seen before. I don't know what to expect. Hey, how are you? You know, you're lucky if they pay attention to you. Whereas if you bring them into your world a little bit, they're going to pay more attention, because guess what? That's how entertainment works. That's how entertainment captures us and brings us into its world, is by making us feel like we know those characters, that we're part of the story. We want to engage in the story. So try and engage a little bit with the room. I mean, really, it's just a few seconds is all you need. Like, hey, camera guy, that's an awesome t-shirt. Where'd you get that? I love that. That's super cool. And then, you know, if you get yourself a little bit out of character, because I used to walk into a room and I'd be like, character, like I don't want anything to distract me, which is not a good place to be, because if someone does distract you, then, you know, how do you get back in? So if you do get yourself out of where you want to be, just go, anyway, after talking to you guys, you know, whatever, oh, they may say, do you have any questions? And if you have any questions, ask the questions, but don't ask obvious questions like, what do you guys want here? Okay, that's not the kind of question you want to ask. You want to figure out if you understand the writing, because sometimes you only have a few lines, maybe you have even a page, but it's 40 pages, it's a 90-page script, who knows, right? So you don't know that much, even with the research that you do. So you may have a question. You may say, so my impression is that this guy has a relationship with his mother, and it's kind of going south because she's dating a guy he doesn't like for whatever reason. Is that a fair assessment? And they go, well, actually, you know, it's this. Or, you know, maybe you'll say, you know, it may be as simple as sitting or standing. Well, you know, I thought about sitting, but then this. Am I right in that thinking? And they'll go, you know, Sometimes they'll know the answer right away, or sometimes you'll engage them. Either way, it's great, because if you engage them, you're making them think, and you're also asking them their opinion, but not in a way where they're going, you should know the answer to that. It was right on the page. It's like, yeah, you know what? That's an interesting thought. Hold on a second. And so you get them thinking, and they're like, I like this person. We're having an interesting, engaging conversation. And so what else? So you basically have a couple of questions. If you have a couple of questions that you have done everything possible to find the answers to, and then if you still can't find the answer, then you ask it in the room. And don't worry about whether you need to go out and incorporate that. Trust your instincts. Your instincts know how to incorporate stuff, okay? Like in the real world, we know how to incorporate stuff, right? If we're in a bank and we're going to deposit a check and the bank gets robbed, we don't have to think about, ooh, how should I react here? The bank's being robbed. Hold on. Bank robbers, I need a second here. Hold on. Right? You just incorporate it. You just go, okay, wow, what's going on here? Get down? Okay, I'll get down. You know, makes sense. The guy's aiming a gun at me. I'm going to get down. So don't worry much. Let them see who you are. Let them see who you are, because most of you are infinitely likable. In fact, you know what? Everybody is likable on some level. Even the crustiest person in the world is likable, in that we kind of want to know what makes them so crusty. And we know it's just crust. You know what? I always say that the people with the hardest outside, it's like M&Ms. The people with the hardest shell outside have the softest inside. Because they have a soft inside, they need to protect it with a hard layer. So when somebody comes at you and they're crusty and they're mean or whatever, that's because they have a soft inside, okay? So you have to remember that. And we kind of know that instinctively. Like, what are they barking at? Oh, you know what? They are just defending their soft inner layer, okay? Their soft belly. So however they are, it doesn't matter. You've just got to be yourself, practice being yourself, and that's going to make you likable. And if you're likable, casting directors will like you. And we've come full circle, right? Because that was the original question, how to make casting directors like you. And I just showed you right there. Did you notice that? Okay, guys, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Share it with your comrades. Do you remember the old Soviet days? Comrade, yes. Share it with your colleagues and comrades and cohorts. And subscribe to my channel so you'll get more awesome videos like this. And that's it for now. Hasta luego, amigos. We'll see you soon.